What's up, everyone? Coming back today with another video. I had some requests and a lot of likes and good comments on the first day of boot camp video they did for the Marine Corps. So someone asked if I would do a second episode, like a continuation. I did look and I found on YouTube a series, it looks like. So the first one, episode 1 I did was not from this series. It was from a different channel. But this Defense Video Archive does one here on, looks like they have several episodes. So I'll look at episode 2 and give you reactions to see, how it differs again from. I've watched pretty much everything there is on the Air Force since my son joined last week and is in boot camp. Today is Monday, the 31st of October, so he should be, starting his second week come this Wednesday. So anyway, let's have a look at this episode 2, see how it goes and what it's all about. Oh, and I will post a link to this in the description below if you're interested in checking out this Defense Video Archive series.
Phase 1 lasts approximately 4 weeks, including receiving. Discipline here will begin to be instilled in recruits by disorienting them and effectively cutting them off from civilian habits and mindsets, as well as reinforcing the mental and physical standards needed to perform under stressful situations that will be simulated in subsequent phases and experienced in combat situations. Recruits are required.
It's funny because some of the comments I had on the first video from people who are former Marines, or well, I guess once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine, is what I understand, but people who are Marines that went through this, let me put it that way, they were basically saying exactly what he just said, why they do the hair cutting, why they do the intense yelling and things like that, is kind of get you like snapped out of that civilian mentality and into the more of the teamwork, and there is no individuality, you're all one unit, type thing. So that was interesting.
To learn and strictly use language and terminology typical to the Marine Corps, often derived from naval terminology. The purpose of the first phase is to psychologically break down the recruit. At this point, civilian thoughts and habits are considered detrimental to training, so they are squashed during this period by intense physical training, unchanging routines, strict discipline, and heavy instruction.
Very interesting. That's exactly what most of you were saying in the comments to the first video. I guess this is not going to be this is going to be him basically not commenting, but telling what happens and what the thought process is, and you don't actually get to hear the interactions, I'm assuming. So I wish there would be some interactions between what's going on between the drill instructors and the recruits. I think that's what they call them in the Marine Corps, recruits. So.
The process is designed to enable recruits to learn to survive in combat situations and generally to adapt and overcome any unexpected situation. One of the principal ideas learned during this period is that recruits are not to think of themselves as individuals. They are not permitted to use first-person or second-person pronouns. Instead, recruits are required to use third-person referrals, such as referring to themselves as this recruit, and accomplish all tasks with teamwork.
Interesting.
Any actions that put the benefit of an individual over the benefit of the other recruits are not permitted, and recruits are expected to conform to a standard that does not tolerate personal deviance or eccentricities. Speed, intensity, and volume when speaking are valued as well.
Speed, intensity, and volume. Speaking of that, I did watch a video. I don't remember which branch of the service it was. I think it was the Marine Corps, where there was a young lady who was going through drill instructor training. Yeah, it was definitely Marine Corps, and she said that, you know, to help her, it's almost reminded me of what like a singer would go through, like a professional singer would go through at night. She said she would do like tea with honey and lemon in it to help her voice recover by the next day. So that's pretty intense amount of, you know, talking at a high volume, screaming during the day.
The bulk of first phase education consists of classes about the Marine Corps and its history and culture, first aid, rank structure and insignia, protocol, customs and courtesies, the 11 general orders, aspects of the 5-paragraph order, prepare equipment for use, such as how to properly make a rack, regulations regarding uniforms and other topics. Recruits learn through the use of rote memorization and mnemonics. Recruits are expected to be able to recite a passage or quote in unison, without error and on demand. Close order drill is an important factor in recruit training and begins from their first formation on the yellow footprints. In the first phase, they learn all of the basic commands and movements, memorizing the timing through the use of ditties, or mnemonics, that help synchronize a recruit's movements with the rest of his or her platoon.
That's interesting. So they do those on purpose. The ditties, I guess they're called. I thought they were like chants. But I don't know where they are in the process, because the person who shot the original video here is not telling us like where they're at. But, you know, assuming this is at sometime during the first or second week, it's amazing how quickly, with constant instruction, human beings can adapt and learn and, you know, conform.
Constant repetition and practice are used to facilitate muscle memory so that any given movement can be rendered immediately and accurately upon order without hesitation.
I wonder what they're doing. Anyone can tell me in the comments what they're doing here? Why are they holding? Oh, okay, this is locks. I see. I didn't catch that on the first pass. Is it locks for their boot locker, I'm guessing? Wow. Arm stretcher?
To aid in this development, drill movements are worked into other parts of daily life to help increase the platoon's synchronization and muscle memory. This same technique is used with other non-drill activities as well. For example, a recruit is instructed to hold his/her food tray in a similar fashion to hold the butt of a rifle during shoulder arms.
Man, they really have thought out every aspect. Yeah, so he's really not saying like where they are along the process. What like if you were in the Marine Corps boot camp, when do you start the actual firearms training? Is that like week 2, 3, 4? And plus, how long is the actual training for the Marine Corps boot camp? I'm just curious where they're at in this phase.
During this phase, recruits are familiarized with their rifle. This weapon, never referred to as a gun, stays with the recruit through the entirety of recruit training, being locked in an armory in the recruit squad bay at night or when not in use. Platoons will stack their rifles and post a guard on them during situations where retaining them is impractical, such as during indoor classes or chow. recruits must memorize the rifle's serial number, the 4 weapons safety rules, the 4 weapons conditions, and go through preparatory lessons in marksmanship.
When you memorize the serial number, is that the rifle that you keep with you forever? Like, do you get to keep it throughout your entirety of the Marine Corps? And also, do you get to keep it when you leave the Marine Corps? Just curious why they would make you memorize the serial number. I know probably familiarize would make you understand the importance of it and stuff like that, but I wonder if you get to keep it with you throughout.
In addition, recruits use the rifles in close order drill and will spend considerable time cleaning their weapons.
It's cleaning is as watching them clean it.
Squeeze the trigger, nothing happens. Drop the weapon 3 times. Squeeze, release the trigger. Squeeze, release the trigger. Weapon off.
Looks like there's considerable time spent learning the actual rifle itself, and basically everything that you could do with disassembling, cleaning, and reassembling it. So, I'm pretty similar to, again, my dad was a Vietnam veteran, and he was in from 1966 to 1968, I believe, and he told us stories of the same thing, like they had to do, similar to this with the M16. Skip through a little bit of this.
As recruits begin to get stronger and their bodies accustomed to the strain. Periodic fitness tests assess which recruits need more attention, and those who consistently fail to meet the minimum are in danger of being sent to the physical conditioning platoon. Recruits will conduct Kugel stick bouts and are introduced to various courses, including obstacle, combat, and circuit.
So, just curious here. So, I have 2 sons. Both of them were in karate for about 7 years or 8. The older one got his black belt. The younger one is brown belt, black stripe. I wonder if, and again, I know that this is Air Force and not Marines, so don't crucify me in the comments over it. It's completely different, I know. But does having any sort of history of martial arts training help you when you're in the military, or help you with the hand-to-hand? Do they still do hand-to-hand combat training? And I'm assuming that's what that was, but does it help you any? Does it help your mindset? Or do they, again, try to eliminate that as well and reteach you in their own way? Just curious.
There also will be training on combat care to address how to care for individuals who become injured. The final week of the first phase includes inspection from the senior drill instructor and the initial drill competition against other platoons. By the end of the first phase, recruits can march, respond to orders, and keep up in physical fitness.
How long is a phase? If anyone of you know, put it down below.
Radio! Get up! Get up! Get up! Left, right, left, right! Get here! Left, right, left, right! Yeah! Left, right! Keep bringing young! Swing! 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 Here goes, drop, baby! Left, right, left, right! Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right!
Yeah, this looks.
It's going down! It's going down!
This looks like sparring practice that my kids did in karate. Maybe a little, the karate was a little more structured, I want to say. Like, it wasn't just randomly throwing punches. I wonder if they teach that here as well, if this is just like a first go at it. So.
Left, right, press this right, give me the bell, beat, press, yes, left, right, knock him out, knock him out, knock him out, squad leader, let go of it. Yes, that's what I always like to see right there.
All right, well, that was an interesting video. I think if I do another one, I might try to find a different type of video to see, if we can get some actual talking from the drill instructors and the recruits and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do another Air Force one as well. I haven't checked out the Navy yet, so maybe that might be in the future as well. All right, well, I guess that's it for now. So let me know in the comments what you think about anything you watched today. If you ever have served, I really appreciate it. Or if you're still serving, thank you very much for your service. Much appreciated. And until next time, peace.